What's up, you guys? You're watching Sergio's Secret. Before I get started with today's video, I would really appreciate it if you guys can give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. I'm really trying to meet a personal goal for YouTube this month, and we are almost there. So give this video a thumbs up. And today we're going to be doing a video that I've been wanting to film for a long time now, because I'm back on YouTube full time again. Like you guys know, I wasn't really posting the last kind of like 2 years, very inconsistent. I feel like even this month has been very inconsistent, where I do upload, but they're not perfect timing. Like it's not always like at 6, sometimes it's random times, but I am kind of getting used to working full time and doing YouTube full time. It is a lot of work. Like for example, today I was at work from 7:30 in the morning with customers, clients, and appointments, and I didn't get finished till like literally like 5 p.m 6 p.m, and then come here and then do what I have to do in my personal life and then do YouTube. It is a lot of work, but I wouldn't trade it in for the world. So with that being said, since I'm now kind of getting back into the fashion groove, the handbag groove, and everything, I did kind of want to make this video, and it's going to be what I learned about not buying designer handbags for 1 year. So that being said, there are a few things that I learned about kind of my year off of not buying as much and not being in social media present as much. And so I'm gonna go ahead and make this video, and let me know if you agree or disagree, or how do you guys feel about some of these, because I'm definitely not the only one. So like I said, things that I learned about not buying designer handbags or designer items really for a full year. I did buy maybe 1 or 2 things, but if you watched my channel before and a few years back, it was definitely the shopping and the items that I would buy it's from day to night. But now we're kind of going back in kind of like a little bit more of a happy medium. And so the first thing that I learned about not buying handbags for 1 year is I felt like I would buy handbags for content. I feel like I needed to have a Burberry bag to make a Burberry video. I feel like I needed a Louis Vuitton bag to make a Louis Vuitton video. I needed XYZ to make a video, when I really don't need to do that. You know, I'm very privileged in this platform that people legitimately take my advice when I say things, and this goes with fashion, this goes with real life. Like, you know, I don't need to sit here and have an Alexander McQueen bag to tell you an Alexander McQueen bag is worth the money or not. I'm at the point where my tongue speaks a lot of volumes, and people literally take everything that I say very, very, very seriously. And so therefore, I feel like the thing that I learned is I would buy things for content, and that is so horrible. Like I would buy things just to use on YouTube, and I don't do that anymore. I buy things that I genuinely like, that I genuinely love, that I would genuinely get a lot of wear of, and I would buy things in random colors or things that wouldn't work and I also had a very generous discount, and so I would buy things just to kind of make content. And I think going forward, especially into 2024, where I'm doing a whole 180 transformation within myself and within everything you guys been seeing, I've been more active on my channel. I'm just kind of want to get ready into this new chapter in my life. I feel like I have learned a lot, and so that is the first thing that I learned, is I don't need to buy things for YouTube. I don't need to buy things for validations of other people. I don't need to buy things for to show off at work. I just don't need to prove anything to anybody. And so that is the first thing. The second thing that I learned about not buying designer for a full year is I felt like I put such a big importance on it. Like everything has to be crisp, everything has to be proper, which in a sense I still very am. I'm still very, everything needs to be done this way, correctly. Don't do things half-ass, hacer las cosas bien. But for me, I feel like I just had such an importance on designer items that, you know, when it was just crazy how much passion I would put into it, when these brands don't even know who I am. These brands are probably embarrassed that I'm wearing their items. These brands don't give 2 fucks. They just want my money, and we're just gonna keep it all the way 100 because me and you, we have a good relationship, and we all know that these are a lot of the reasons. A lot of the brands don't want me to wear this brand. A lot of these people don't want me to have this or to have access to that. And I see things behind the scenes that a lot of people may not necessarily see. There are a lot of buying offices here in Dallas. There are a lot of people that work in the industry that I have made friends with, and I hear things and I see things consistently on a very daily basis. And so that kind of made me realize that I don't really put much as an important materialistic items in general. And this goes maybe like for bags or like certain things. Obviously I want things that are high quality, things that I love, things that I'm used, but I just don't put a big importance on it. You know, si se puede, si no, si no. So for example, this bag right here, I bought it as a Christmas gift for myself, and I'm using this bag because it's the newest bag in my collection, you know, and I got a good deal on it. But this was the bag that I have been wanting just because this is a good going out bag, and I love the color green because it's my dad's favorite color. And then it's silver hardware, and this is kind of like my pop because I have a red cape bag, and this is green, so green and red, I think those are my good pop of colors. And so therefore, if this bag were to get canceled on it, like the order got canceled and didn't get filled, I think I would be okay. Versus back then, I would be bummed out, I'd be so mad, I would make it into a big deal. I just think for me, I just don't put, I don't put as much of a big importance on materialistic items in general. I love fashion, but I think I love things that have more storytelling. I love things that I can experience it with people. That's why I love to bring you guys on vlogs, so you guys can feel like you're with me. You guys can see, or you know, you guys can go to places where I physically been. You guys can shop, or you know, X, Y, and Z. And so for me, I just stopped putting a big importance on materialistic items. And I think that's also just a maturing up. But that's the second thing that I learned about not buying handbags in 1 year. The third one is I kind of prefer contemporary handbags over designer. Yes, I'm sitting here with the designer bag, but honestly, this is probably one of 3 designer bags that I bought within the last month. But I didn't buy bags for like almost 18 months. Like I bought this, I have a Chloe bag and a Kate bag that I love, all 3 of them. But before that, I would honestly buy more contemporary brands and more like lower, like more lower low-key brands. So there are a few handbag brands that I want to talk about. Like there are so many like Hispanic brands that I love that are carried like in El Palacio de Hierro. Like there are so many things that I personally love that I am going to be showing you guys in the new year. But I just feel like I just prefer the smaller brands, even if designers, but more nichers, like the Louis, the Gucci's, the Fendi's, the Pradas. Those are always going to be there. Those are always going to exist, and I'm always going to love some of those brands, not all of them, and I'll always buy something from them. But I think for me, I've always been about maybe buying things that are a little bit more discreet, a little bit more of the underdogs, a little bit more things like that. And I've always, like, for me, if somebody were to give me a Louis Vuitton bag or a pull-in bag, which one would I choose? Honestly, I'll choose a pull-in bag any day. If somebody's giving me like a Chanel bag that's ugly, but it's Chanel, but it's the pull-in bag that I want, one costs $7,000, one costs $300, I'm gonna choose the one that I personally love. That's when I learned that I buy things that I love, not because it's gonna look on other people, not because I get to have it behind my wall and I get to have, you know, $50,000 worth of designer bags that I'm really buying it for a backdrop when I can use that money for other things. I buy things for myself, and I think for myself, I have learned to appreciate contemporary handbags and lower key brands in general. So you'll be seeing that a lot with my channel. I won't necessarily buy things that have affiliate links on it. That was another thing that a lot of people do, and you'll see that with a lot of channels. You may not, you know, people think that when they choose in the channels, like other YouTubers, they talk about certain things to make affiliate link money, and people, all these things go very further. Like, so when you work behind the scenes, you get to see a lot of things behind the scenes. And so for me, I'm just gonna buy things that I like, regardless if it's an affiliate link or not, regardless if I'm getting paid or not. If I love it and I have the means to buy it, primeramente Dios, I'm gonna buy it. I don't need a brand to be gifting me things. I don't need this, I don't need that. If I love it, I'm willing to pay the price that the company is asking me for. You know, here and there we may get things gifted. I'm everything's with employee discounts or things like that, but for the most part, if I love it and I'm gonna get the use on it, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy it. But I definitely learned that I prefer contemporary over designer, and maybe you guys have already known that before myself, just because I've always kind of showed a little bit more contemporary over designer on this channel. The fourth reason is going to be, I honestly just stopped caring about bags. I stopped caring about fashion. I just feel like I just put such a big importance on it, and I think that was also like an insecurity that I had within myself, like, you know, growing up maybe not with like the most nice things, or like having to kind of hide who I am from like family members and stuff like that. And that probably just comes from my own insecurities. But once I kind of like figured out, you know, this is who I am, this is what I am, this is who I'm accepting myself to be, I don't really care. Like, you know, yes, I love bags, yes, I love fashion, but this stuff is only a part of me, you know what I mean? It's not something that I'm gonna take with me when I'm dying, as much as cliche as that sounds, but it's not gonna come with me. And you know, I want to live my life, I want to live my best life, and at the end of the day, the garments and stuff, yes, it's the part of the package, you know what I mean, but it's not the whole package. You know, this doesn't define who I am as a person. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to like figure myself out more, and I feel like fashion was probably like a way that I would kind of put that in front, to not really go that deep within myself, and I did. And that's why I kind of stopped caring about bags a lot, because I just was too focused on other things. Another thing that I learned when I stopped buying designer bags for a year is going to be that even these designer brands can't even be selling their items for a full price, or they're demanding price. So who remembers this Prada crystal bag? When it first debuted here in the United States of America, it retailed for $16.90, and then they had price increase after price increase, and then it was $2,700, and then it was like that for a few months, and then people were not buying it, so it actually had a price decrease to $23.50. And I hate when the sales associates on Instagram were telling people this is a temporary markdown, when in reality it had a price decrease, because people were not paying this full price. And there have been a lot of other brands I have peeped prices of handbags, or they're decreasing their prices. So I learned that, you know, we put such a high importance on these brands when these brands can't even sell these items themselves. You know, the price that they're asking is MSR, like it's a lot of money, like it's a ridiculous amount. And I'm gonna be doing a video about like the economy and stuff, because me, things that I see, things behind the scenes, there's a lot of inventory that is not being sold, that is being said, because people are not doing well. There are further discounts. There's a reason why this was the price that I paid. If you've been watching my YouTube vlogs, there's a reason, because people they're not being able to sell these for the demanding MSRP on it. First 6 thing that I learned that I'm just more happy and more contento with my curated handbag collection, with my curated item. And maybe this is another insecurity, because maybe growing up I didn't really have like a lot of things, and so for me, like, I would always overbuy things, just because I can just say that I can and I will. I can spend this, but doesn't mean I should. But I think I've just learned to appreciate it as such a curated collection. Like, when I look at my closet, it may not be as much clothes as I once had, because I've definitely have downsized on it. I'm just happy with what I have. Like, I love this theory turtleneck that I bought in 2020, you know, doing vlogs at TJ Maxx. I love my Veja sneakers that I bought in 2020. You know, these are going on 4 years old. I love my redone jeans that I bought maybe a month ago. But I just love, and I prefer a more curated collection, and not necessarily buying everything that is super popular. Like the it items, the it things, I just feel like it's an endless hamster cycle that you have to keep on going and going and going and going. And I was just, you know, ya me cansé, I got fed up. And I think I just learned to appreciate the things that I already have. I'm already blessed, just, you know, this X, Y, and Z. But I just think that I learned that I love more of a curated collection, and I love more of, like, I love to wear my things and say that I got my money's worth, and say that I worn it. Sergio wore this for this event, Sergio used it for that, when he was busy, when he was going through it. Like, these items have storytelling, and I think maybe that's just because I'm a Virgo. I love like things like that, but I just preferred that. And so for me, that's what I learned, is I just learned to kind of appreciate, and I love more of a curated collection. I love to say that I had something for 5 years. That is a blessing to live 5 years. That is really nice to say that something lasted you X, Y, Z. In a world full of shitty quality, in a world of everything está hecho mierda, like, it's really nice to say that you've had something for X, Y, and Z, and it's holding up really, really well, and you got so many memories, and your money was well spent on. And the last thing, and the 7th thing that I learned about not buying designer handbags for a year, is going to be, at the end of the day, guys, it's just a name, and it's just marketing. It is a facade. You know, LVMH, it's all the same thing. Marc Jacobs, Loewe, Louis Vuitton, Dior, it's Sephora, it's all the same person behind the scenes carrying. Saint Laurent, Gucci, Bottega, Alexander McQueen, same person. These high-end jewelry brands, it's the same people behind everything. So you kind of see things maybe through a different point of view, but at the end of the day, it's just a name, but it comes from the same place. You know what I mean? Jewelry, anybody can really make jewelry, but at the end of the day, it's still silver, it's still diamonds. Maybe the quality of diamonds is a little bit different, but it's silver is silver, gold is gold. You know, denim is denim. Not everything's created equal, but at the end of the day, it's certain elements of, like, you know, from the fashion industry, so, you know, tweed, you know, certain fabrics. So at the end of the day, it's what you kind of want to make it to be and what value you put on it, on your life, as far as like name and marketing. And so that's why it kind of made me take things a step back and really, you know, that's why I'm going to be a lot more different about how I approach this channel. A little bit, I'm still kind of adjusting, but I definitely want to be a little bit more curated. But yeah, guys, these are going to be 7 things that I learned about not buying a designer handbag for a full year, even though now I have bought 3 designer bags within the last month. But before that month, I honestly went like a little over a year without buying any bags in my collection, and I honestly was probably the most happiest I've been in my life. But now we're back on YouTube, we're back in business, we're back working, you know, full time, and so we're back in business and back in motion. But I did want to make this video just because you don't have to have a designer handbag every day. You don't have to buy one every year. If you just have one, you should be blessed, you should be happy, you should be contento, because a lot of people don't get to experience certain things. And just be happy that you're just living, because a lot of people are not. They're just breathing and not living their actual life. So I'm very thankful that I learned all these lessons at a young age, and now implement them into 2024, and I cannot wait to see what my channel is going to be made out of in this new year. I want to say thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I want to know your comments, your thoughts and your opinions. I want to hear them down in the description box. I want to hear them down in the comment section. Muchísimas gracias for watching this video. We are at the end of Vlogmas almost, but I appreciate all you guys for sticking around, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys, and take care.